Welcome back to the bench again. If you've been watching for a few episodes yet, I don't have to tell you what we're up to, but this would be the key attribute of the radio we're working on. And if it is curiosity that killed the cat, then we might be at risk today. So I've been looking at the schematic. We know that we have pulses coming out of one of these two receivers, but not the other. And I just measured these to be sure again. We do have a drop of 1.07 and 2.04 here. And we have 5.1 volts here. And we have 4.0 volts on both of these elements. I'm sure what these are, but they have a power lead and they have a ground lead and they have an output, which is at a lower potential. So I don't know what kind of device they are exactly. I haven't looked them up. But they seem to have equivalent voltages across them, but only one of them puts out signal. And we looked at that last night. We could verify that one more time just so we are doing the right thing, because I think I watched a guy take the top of one of these off, and there was a whole bunch of discussions about how it's sealed and it's it's protected from dust, but he said no, it's just held on by these clips. And you can see holes here where this is not hermetically sealed, and he said there were no gaskets. So I think we're going to take it off and look, because I can't just not look. And I did find a PDF online. I had to go look in the Wayback Machine because it's no longer available. But it had some very nice full color pictures of the inside of these. And they don't look what I would say would be super complex, but they look precision. So there is the scope. I'm gonna probe one more time just to show you what we get. So we have, let's see, this is channel A right there, the end of that. And I'm going to go probing on blue and green, which are the output of Q1 and Q2. So first we will do blue, and then I will spin the rotary encoder lead, and I don't see anything changing on the scope. And then I move to green, and I do the same thing, and we get a pulse train that is proportional to the speed at which I spin it. So we're using the same probe on both, so it's not a scope adjustment problem, it just, nothing comes out of the blue lead. So we did that so that I can mark blue is bad, because then when I take it apart, I can look and see if there's anything unique about this. And there is the, what do they call it? The sensor unit in question. Sorry about the shaking. This thing, I think, is made of aluminum, and it's got a little bit of spring, so when I get it where I want it, it springs back. All right, so we're powering down the rusty icon, and we could unplug it, but I'm just gonna go look for a moment here. So these seem to be Phillips number 1. There's one screw. Here's the second, and now we're supposed to be careful because we don't want to hit the ring. So I'll hold that. All right, we didn't lose the screw. Now we're going to pull it out so you can watch along with me. I'll go straight up because I believe that won't hit the ring. And there we have it. So it's just like the picture I saw online. You can see the IR diodes are the pink ones, and then Q1 and Q2 are the white ones. And I guess if I zoom on those gaps, you can see what I can see. Q1 looks a little crooked to me compared to Q2. None of the parts look sort of precision aligned. And then, so we could look and say blue was bad, and blue is the one that looks to be a little bit better aligned than green, which is Q1. So we might give Q1 a little turn. And then the question is the gap equal or not? Let's see if we get the light here. The gaps look pretty equal, but they certainly don't look precision. I'll have to say that. And I don't know what you think, but I don't see any sealing going on either. The top of this board just lays on this steel, and I think we should look. So let's open the vise here a little bit, and then I'll show you down inside. See if we can get the light down in there just right. So you can see the, whoops, you can see the cuts. So we know that they're both letting light through. And I could do a whole turn. I do see some dust in there, but I don't see anything blocking the holes. And the camera's doing a nice job of strobing it, but I haven't seen any major defects. And I don't see a bunch of junk down there. See if I can get the light a little better for you. And there's the area where we let light through. So nothing looks particularly horrible in there. And I don't have any clean source of air, so I don't think I'll blow in. I don't think I'll blow any human air in there and get it humidified. So I think we're gonna just leave it at that. And I think it's worth a shot of giving Q1 a little bit of an adjustment, since it is the, oh, pardon me. Well, that would be bad, because Q1 is the one that works. So Q1 is green and Q2 is blue. So I don't see any particular actions to be taken on these two things. So there's another rumor that just adjusting them around, moving the board slightly, may affect something. So I think we will carefully reinsert it and put it back. I did order the new receiver, and we'll see if the eBay result is what we want. But I think we can put this back on gently and smoothly. And if I line up the screw hole visually and drop it over, I think that should minimize risk. All right. Now the magic will be to pick up the screw. I'm trying to think. I think I do have a magnet here. I have a tray full of small screwdrivers and adjustable things. And I have this, which is a magnet. So I'm going to pick up one of those screws and try to get it right down the hole. I think that worked. And I'm going to put the screwdriver on it. And I'll snug it. And then we'll get the other one. And according to one of the fellows on a YouTube video, he was just sliding it around, monitoring the scope with it just slightly loose, which mine is now just slightly loose. So I'm going to zoom back and we'll try that. I think I need to have multi-camera, don't you? Okay, we're going to power up Mr. Rusty ICOM again. And I'm going to probe green, and there's the green pulse train. And I'm going to probe the blue pulse train, and I got nothing. So I'm going to try moving the board slightly. It doesn't move much within the screw hole sort of variance, but it also doesn't change anything. So we'll call that, maybe it helps somebody, but it doesn't help me. So I'm still looking to say that the blue lead, and that is the blue lead coming from Q2, is bad and good. So I've measured the voltages, I've taken an inspection, we successfully got it back in there, and the good side is still working. So I think we're either up for changing the entire rotary encoder, but that would mean opening my good ICOM 735, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do that either. So I think I'll wait for the new part, and we'll see what we can do. And it is unique right now. It's almost 9 p.m. on the West Coast here in California, and this is 20 meters. And my tuning method is here. And if we do you guys getting an OM3? Awfully weak and strangely sort of lots of QSB on it though. That's interesting anyway. All right, well anyway, there's our quick look at the encoder again before the parts come. So I think we have a good diagnosis and nothing seriously wrong, so let's call that good. See ya.